Welcome to Salento with Love. I'm Davide Mengoli and...
Maria Mengoli.
Same surname. She happens to be my sister. Well, you know because you've been following the channel, but if you're new to the channel, Salento with Love, established in 2019.
Yes.
Well, we've been aging. In fact, I didn't have that many grey hair.
Please stop.
But in 2019, me and my sister Anna Maria, we gave birth to Salento with Love property management company. And it's true that over the years we've developed and we've opened different companies handling different aspects of real estate in Italy. Because I truly believe, as you know, that you really need to have the structure in place before you can offer the services. I must say, 5 years later, we are surrounded by a good team of people here in the office.
Yes,
And
great team.
yes, but property management still really the core, is still really what moves me, because the idea of having properties that are well looked after when the client is thousands of miles away, or even if the client is here and he has a portfolio of property, which is my case in the UK and in different parts of the world, the importance of property management for me still remains really the most important part. And I must say that a lot of the remote purchasing have happened as a result of the property management.
Correct.
Now Anna Maria, she's a realtor, registered, licensed, and she's out there acting like a real estate agent. Do I like real estate agents? All right, I'm not answering that question. But this short video is really to introduce you onto the property management. So Anna Maria, bye-bye.
Bye.
You can go. I would like you to introduce you to the property management, because in order to make sure that things do happen, you need to make sure that you have a structure, you have a team of people dedicated to the portfolio. Remember, each property represents an investment for you. It may be worth tens or hundreds of thousands or millions. And so it is important to make sure that the people that you are giving your property to manage your property are competent in doing the job. And I must say, 6 years later, with the structure that I've put together, we are extremely competent at what we do. So let me introduce you to our property manager here at Salento with Love. Welcome, Andrea, to the channel of YouTube.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Yeah.
It's great to have you on board. First of all, I think, when people talk about property management and they're thinking of purchasing a property, they may have some ideas about what property management really means. But two things. First of all, what's your background and why property management is so important for you due to your background? Thank you for watching my videos. But if you haven't become a subscriber yet, press the subscribe button, leave a comment. We always appreciate your comments. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'm from here. I'm from Lecce. I made the decision of moving away. I met my beautiful wife in Southern California. So I lived 6 years in London and then 6 years in the States. And eventually I got to miss home. I love this area. And
reminds me of someone. Oh, are you still there? That means that you are enjoying our videos. Thank you very much for following the channel. Did you know that every Friday we issue a video called Thank God It's Friday, and you can see it if you join our membership? Do that, and I'll see you every Friday.
Right? Yeah.
It's only 33 years for me, but it took you a little bit quicker for you to realize.
Yeah, I miss family, of course, too, but honestly, some things that I missed were like the pine trees or the pepper trees here and the beautiful stone houses, and yeah, I was missing out. So I wanted to move back, and then we met, and I think it was love at first sight. Yeah, I appreciated the opportunity to work here and to be part of this team and to be a property manager. I've been involved in properties. My father is a general contractor, so I always helped in summer growing up building houses, and we do this on a greater scale for our clients all over the world. It's a privilege, and I'm having fun too.
And your background in the US, I mean, were you involved somehow into property management? Do you have any background in managing or?
I was actually a real estate photographer, so I was in the real estate world as well. But I also had my catering business, so, and with being Italian and loving pizza, making pizza as well, I had a small catering business. I did weddings and managed a few people. Not quite in the property field, but still in the real estate field when I was the real estate photographer.
But I had the privilege of working with you now for about 6 months, and your attention to details, it's, I would say, extremely aligned with mine, and in some cases I would say that your attention to detail is above mine. Your level of concentration and focus are extremely important. Now, when we talk about concentration and focus in property management, why do you think this is such an important aspect in the business and in the work that we do here at Salento with Love?
Well, because I think when our clients or prospective clients would like to purchase a property and they are thousands and thousands of miles away, they want to be reassured that whoever is managing their property has got it under control. It's sort of like the job of property manager is sort of the job of a consultant, because of dealing with all the bureaucracy, with all the utility offices, with the city hall, with the local police, and it's all involved in the job of the property manager. And doing it with attention to detail is what grants the owner who is far away to have peace of mind and to live it with us, in other words, knowing that his property is taken care of.
Great. And you stepped in, and obviously we're very matured in the industry of property management. What are the things that you appreciated the most about the structure that we have here at Salento with Love? What are some of the aspects that you have realized that are extremely important for the clients that we are actually in the front line and we take care of here at Salento with Love?
First and foremost, is Salento with Love doesn't consider the property just bricks, just walls. They are our clients' first love abroad, perhaps. They're a client's investment. They're an asset. So we treat it as if it's ours. And I appreciated of you, of Anna Maria, of the team here. We do this with passion. We do this in an organized way because it really calls for organization and for all the aspects. It requires the certain dedication and attention to detail, and of course I couldn't do it on my own. I have the privilege of supervising a team of just as dedicated and passionate people who share the same empathy in the client's needs. So I've got the finance department, the admin department. We've got Milena who deals with all everybody knows Milena, who deals with the communication with all these offices. And man, you don't want to see her coming to your office. She's great. I couldn't do her job, but she does it again with dedication. And then the finance department with Sarah, who's also a new entry, but is doing a fantastic job. Our in-house bookkeeper, who's managing the finance of all the clients together with the company itself. And then we have a 24/7 availability with our own in-house handyman who will go anywhere at any time to solve a problem or to sort out an issue when our clients call us and tell us. So yeah. It's good to be part of this organized team that was there already.
Property management for me is the core. Probably, I mean, my background before moving here in 2003, I purchased properties in Salento. A property management company didn't exist, so I had to rely on my brother and the cleaners, and it was a nightmare, and I only had 3 properties. When I moved here, I had 5 properties in the UK, and I engaged a property manager, which we became friends. He now comes over to Salento and spends time with me over here. Now buying a property as well in Asia, which is going to be managed remotely. So I do understand the importance of property management, because I think when you're purchasing a property, like we have discussed before, the property manager is not there to spend your money. He's there to make sure that your house is looked after and protected. And at the same time, that the value of the property grows. So the property manager aspect, it's almost like a guardian, isn't it? Do you feel that way?
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I have this little treasure that I need to protect for my clients. Yeah.
And it's amazing how sometimes the smallest thing that can happen, which we can deal very quickly, and we've dealt with extraordinary things, I mean the scenarios that we've dealt with over these few years, but for somebody that is on the other side, it could be a gigantic issue. I think property management is the key to allow someone to potentially own a property or a portfolio of properties, knowing that someone will be looking after it. Now, I think we could start probably a series where we can focus on some of the aspects which are important. If you are thinking of purchasing a property in Italy, I think there are things that people need to know, regardless of where they're buying our property. So if you actually had to summarize some of the things that you take care of, or the company takes care of, how would you summarize that in terms of services or things that people need to make sure that they get good taken care of?
Well, first and foremost, when you acquire a house, is transferring all the utilities to your name. That becomes your responsibility. The previous owner wants you to do it right away, and so that's the first thing that we do immediately after the purchase, the transfer day. Afterwards, of course, it's a matter of maintenance, taking care of the property in the sense of like who's going to pay your utilities. So that's where we come in with a deposit account, which we have created, a small like treasure fund for us to pay these bills. And then finally, maintenance, or even just in a more generic way, just visiting the property occasionally. You never know if there's a storm that came and hit your house, and regularly checking the property to make sure that everything is all right. It's also something that our clients really appreciate, but that we strive to do regularly.
Fantastic. Now, before we end this, give me a number. How many emails or WhatsApps you deal with, not on a daily basis, on a weekly basis?
I think it reaches 1,000. Yeah, I think so.
Well, because I'm at the receiving end, because he copies me in, I would say it's very close to that number. So well done for keeping in touch with all the clients and keeping their expectations, looking after the estate and looking after an asset of someone who's thousands of miles away require that level of responsibility, which is embedded in me, and I like the fact that it's embedded in you as well, and embedded into the team that represents Salento with love. So maybe on the next one we can talk about something very easy. If you're purchasing a property somewhere else in Italy, one little aspect that he brushed past, it's transferring the utilities in your name, which is something that the realtor that is helping you and assisting you in purchasing the property could be in the front end. That will be something that potentially you, Andrea, could discuss and explain why it's so important, how can it be done, and maybe how we can do it even if you're purchasing a property far away from Salento. Thank you very much, Andrea. Until the next video, well, we've got to say what I always say at the end of my video. Well, first of all, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. Well, you can leave a comment about Andrea, and
be kind.
Yes, well, only the best in my team. And the most important thing is stay safe
wherever you are.
Allora ricominci, perché sennò non gli ho dato neanche l'opportunità a lui di dire allora.
Allora, ok, aspetta. Formulate the thoughts now. What do you appreciate about the structure?